Good morning. So, going to hit my first workout for the day. It's 10 o'clock, so I've had a bit of a slow start to the day, to be honest with you. Got up a bit later than normal. I was just feeling a bit gassed. I just needed a little bit of extra sleep. Been burning a candle at both ends, and been going to bed super late, which then means that like come 5 o'clock in the morning when my alarm goes off, I'm pretty gassed out. And I've been able to do it for a few days, but today I just thought, you know what, I needed a little bit of extra rest. So got an extra couple hours. So yeah, now it's time to go and hit the gym, get some leg sessions in. A little bit nervous about this one actually, not because it's legs. I'm just nervous about the day overall, because I've got legs now, and then I've got another session later at about 2, maybe 3 o'clock. I think we'll see how we feel, how we're getting on, but 2 or 3 o'clock where I'm doing that superset again, of squats, bench press, deadlift, shoulder press, and you do 3 rounds of that. Bit of a tweak in the shoulder here from doing it the last time. Seems to be a bit of a front delt issue. So yeah, a little bit nervous about that one actually, but we'll see how we get on, because worst case scenario what I'll do is I'll just drop the weight down significantly for the shoulder press stuff. I should be fine on legs, because it's legs. But yeah, we're going to crack on and get that all done now, see how we feel, and then come back, do some work, catch up on some stuff. Yeah, should even actually just pushing on that, it's definitely inflamed. I did buy an ice pack yesterday, so I'll ice it up a bit today and stuff and see how we get on. But yeah, all in all, it's game time. Let's get this shit done. So I'll catch you all a little bit later. Cheers for now. Hey, how's it going? So, workouts for the day, all done. I did my leg session as planned. That went pretty well. And then I was on the fence. I was thinking like, do I just smash out this military style training as well, or do I hold out and come back later? And because I kind of blew up my shoulder a little bit the other day doing the workout when I was cold, I thought, well, fuck it, I'm already warm, I'm already feeling pretty good. I'm not fucked, like I'm done, but I'm not dead. So let's just step out of the comfort zone and get it done. I did, and I feel pretty good for it, and I'm glad I'm done, because I now have the rest of the day to chill out. Like, I slept in a little bit this morning, so my day got off to a bit of a slower start than normal, but now because I haven't had that rest period between the 2 workouts, I just got through them like boom boom. I'm now able to win back some of my time to then use it elsewhere, and yeah, like I said, I'm feeling pretty good for it. Good session on the shoulder piece particularly. I dropped the weight right down and I went to basics again, just focused on the form, focused on the push, and made sure that I didn't put too much stress on the front delt, because somewhere in here about there it's not fun, it's not having a good time, he's not happy. So I've got an ice pack arriving a little bit later. I have been using some peas for now, good old remedy. But yeah, the ice pack, when it arrives later, that'll be a game changer, because it'll actually cover my whole shoulder and cool the joint right down, which should be good. So yeah, that's that. In terms of weight pushed, I pushed 800 kilos more today than I did on the same workout last week. Bearing in mind that it's not big compound lifts as much this time around for the leg session. It's more focused, so it's a higher rep range, and it's a lot more like leg extension, leg curls, hip thrusters, which again is something I've never ever done before and I've started doing now, so still trying to dial in the technique. I don't want to go too heavy and fuck myself up. I did 40 kilos today, which is not lots at all, but I felt like I had good form. I could feel the actual, like I could feel the tension in the right sort of places, so that was good. Yeah, and as I said, then went straight into the military style training in preparation for the 5th of November. So yeah, super pumped, super stoked, very happy with the way in which it's all played out so far today. It's now midday, which works out quite nicely because it's just time for my first meal. Nothing too insane, it's just going to be some almond nuts and some Greek style yogurt. It is Friday, so that means it's pizza day. I'm super stoked. It's low carb pizza, so it's not like a super doughy sort of pizza crust. It's cauliflower based, so super high fiber, super low carb. But when you're trying to do low carbs, any pizza is good pizza, especially if it's in alignment with your diet requirements and stuff. So happy about that. I weighed in the lowest I've weighed this year today. Well, actually this year obviously, but since I started using MyFitnessPal, which was about 7 years ago when I first started using it. I think it's about 7 years ago. Where's my phone at? There. I think it's about 7 years ago that I started using the app. I'll have a look now quickly. But either way, since whenever I started using the app, this is the lowest I've ever weighed in at. So if I go to progress quick, all time, can we turn it sideways? Does it get bigger? No? Okay. Please focus, camera. Do you know what? Fuck it. I'll just take a screenshot of this and I'll post it in the video. Like, I'm being an absolute toolbox here. But anyway, I started at 96 kilos when I first weighed in, and this was in 2013, so six years ago, almost to the day. Damn. Yeah, I went up to 120, I think was my highest, 120ish. 117 and a half, sorry, I lied. 117 and a half the highest, and then now 93 the lowest. But this has definitely been the most lean, most cut that I have been for a long time. I've either been bulky and big or slim and lean. I've never really been in between, where like you can see I've got a bit of size, but also there's not a hell of a lot in the way of fat. Like, that's mostly skin. There's a little bit of fat that I could still lose there, but it's not huge. Like, I'm packing most of my fat here, so I have got a way to go yet. But in terms of how I'm feeling, how I'm getting on, I'm very happy. And to be fair, I'm way ahead of schedule for the 5th of November, so I'm actually pretty happy with the progress. But I'm going to keep my foot on the gas as well. I'm not going to let up. I'm just going to keep going, push this as far as I can, see how we're getting on. All in all, pretty happy, feeling good, looking good, ought to be in Hollywood, all that good stuff. I guess one of the key takeaways from today is that, like, if you decide, even if you have like this little thought in your head to say, maybe I should try this, or maybe I should do this, don't give yourself a chance to talk yourself out of it. Like, just fucking jump in and get it done. So like today, where after my gym session, I kind of had that thought where I was like, after my first session, sorry, after legs, I kind of thought to myself, maybe I could do the second session now. I'm warm, the blood's going nicely, my shoulder's not too sore, like it is a good amount of warmth in there. Why don't I just crack on and get it done? And before I could start like justifying to myself why I shouldn't do it, I just went, okay, fuck it, let's do it, boom. And I was in, and I was already setting stuff up to make this workout happen. And then it was kind of like, well, we're halfway there, let's just get it done, let's get it out the way, and then win back some time for the rest of the day. Because you think, like, let's say I finished, right? I finished the leg session, came home, showered, started doing some work, got wrapped up in that, and then all of a sudden was like, shit, I need to get that second workout in, break my concentration there, go quickly get changed, head to the gym, do that session, come back, shower again, then get back into the flow of what I was doing. Like, there's probably 20 minutes, half an hour, maybe even 45 minutes of faffing around between that, get from here to there and back again, that I've now won back because I was already there and I just got the ball rolling. Yeah, maybe I didn't hit it as intensely as I could have. Like, maybe if I'd taken a couple hours rest, I could have come back slightly more refreshed and maybe potentially hit it a little harder. But at the same time, like, it's midday, I haven't eaten yet, so I would have had my lunch now or my brunch now, then I would have gone back, I would have had a stomach full of food, And there's all these little variables, and I just thought, you know what, I kind of had that little thought in my head to say, why don't we do it? And I just thought, fuck it, worst case scenario, I'm so far out of my comfort zone that it sucks. Is that such a bad thing? Come the 5th of November, I'm going to be pulled out of my comfort zone on a regular basis, and they're literally, their entire job or their entire process is around making me as uncomfortable and putting me through as much shit as possible. If I can start doing that to myself now, hopefully when it comes the 5th of November, I'm already kind of used to being so far removed from my comfort zone that it doesn't feel as bad. So I think one of the key takeaways today is don't give your brain a chance to talk yourself out of doing something. Like, it's that whole classic thing of the 5-second rule, right? Like, you decide you're going to do something. Before you let your brain come up with excuses as to why you shouldn't do it, just start taking action and just start doing it, and you'll find that all of a sudden, like, you're halfway to doing it, and you're like, you realize that the thought of doing it is way worse than actually doing it. It's like a long time ago when I was still doing podcasts and stuff, I was talking about ironing and how much I hated ironing, and the fact that, like, once I got started doing it, the thought of ironing was always worse than the actual process of doing it. And by basically just not giving yourself a chance to talk yourself out of it, you kind of build this habit around just getting going, like just doing it, just taking action. And once you start building that habit then creates action, that action then creates outcomes, and your outcomes then produce results. Well, results and outcomes kind of the same thing, aren't they? But the whole point is that, like, once you start taking action and you start not allowing yourself to talk yourself out of stuff, you find that you actually start making a hell of a lot more progress, because you're just getting shit done on a regular basis without actually giving yourself the chance to talk yourself out of it. And you start realizing more and more that the thought of doing it is worse than actually the acts of doing it. Like, you always think it's going to be worse than it is. There's not many occasions where I've committed to something and the action is worse than the thought of having to do it. I mean, there's probably a handful, I can't really think of them now, but as a typical rule of thumb, the thought is always the worst. So just get that action going, just get yourself moving, and then the rest takes care of itself. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty glad I got that session, and now that my shoulder's cooling down, yeah, we're in trouble. So when that ice pack arrives, I'm definitely gonna sit on that for a little bit and get that going. But yeah, workout's done, so I'm stoked. I've won a lot of time back. So all in all, don't let yourself talk yourself out of doing stuff. As soon as you even have that thought where you think, maybe I should try it, just fucking take action, just get going, and you'll find that most of the time, the thought of doing it is way worse than the actual act, and you'll be a lot happier for doing it and getting it out the way, and the outcomes will probably be worth it. So that's all I have for you today. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. As usual, please hit that like and subscribe button. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Let me know if you found this useful or not. Also, I'm going to do the lip syncing thing, so I'll post a little clip of me doing some lip syncing while at the gym. I have realized that it's a shit ton harder than I thought. Like, if I didn't know the song, it would be a lot tougher. So I'm probably, actually what I'm going to do is, my Instagram link's going to be in one of these two corners. Follow me on Instagram, and what I will do over the course of the week is I will put songs on my Instagram story of the same songs, if that makes sense. So like, I'll use the same artist over the course of the week to kind of give you clues as to what the song is, or I might just use the same song. I don't know, I haven't worked it out yet. This is something that's just come to me now, so we're just kind of winging it, but that's what I'm going to do. So follow me on Instagram, it'll give you an idea of the kind of trend that I'm going on for this video, or the lip syncing thing, sorry. And then drop your guesses in the comment section below for your chance to win some free supplements. I think it's a pretty cool idea. I'm enjoying it so far, so hopefully you're enjoying it too. Anyway, I'm out of here. I've done enough rambling for one day. I'll catch you all again a little bit later, and yeah, cheers for now.
My bridges are burning, I'm holding the